We're really here. I can't be the only one saying this out loud. At minimum, you've been thinking it. And yet, this isn't the first time UCSC has caught us off guard. Remember the first time you made your way to an early morning class, when you see that traffic has halted as a doe and her fawn majestically prance across the pavement? You're taken aback and see that the sun has been equally humbled by towering redwoods. Pretty legit moment, right? Some of you are shaking your head, wondering if there are any crackers to go with this cheesy speech. But many of you are shamelessly guilty of pulling out your phones and taking a picture of this scene. You even go as far as adorning your social networks with images of Bambi's cousins. Some of you probably did it today. Why do you do this? I think it's because in that instant, you had a surreal appreciation for your place in time and chose to grasp it firmly. Better yet, you captured it. Right now needs to be one of those moments. My friends and family here today will tell you that I have been counting down to this. To understand my eagerness, you must go back 7 years to when I last walked across the stage for a high school diploma. Back then, I used to have a different degree of hardship. I used to have different obligations. I used to pop popcorn at night and flip flapjacks in the morning to live paycheck to paycheck. Now I use these experiences as reminders that there is more to my potential than serving food drenched in butter. As I think about all the people I've met during my time here, all the diverse backgrounds and paces, there's a beauty in how timing has brought us together. How many former frosh who made the most of their 4 years warm these bleachers today? Perhaps you exchanged your capes for gowns, but there are some definite super seniors here as well. Then there's the group that changed the face of Porter forever, my fellow transfer students. And I am certain that when William Ernest Henley wrote about unconquerable souls, he was referring to re-entry in AB 540 students. No matter what your story, today is a milestone, not just a stepping stone, and that calls for contemplation. I would like us to concentrate on what has led up to today, especially since many of us have more anxiety about the future than a Porter Coy in a frat house. I find that because of my acquaintance with the past, who is quite the fickle friend, that I have the confidence to confront the future. Your undergrad experience is comparable to a merciless obstacle course. You have made do where budget cuts have left their marks. At some point, you've chosen between rent, books, or food. You hovered your cursor over the enroll button 15 minutes before your appointment, only to be forced to crash. You consumed complicated curriculum at a 10-week pace, and though you might have flinched, you did not falter. And if your caps were stamped with your total student loan accumulation, millions would be thrown towards the sky today. I could add a dozen personal reasons why I should not be here today, and I'm sure each of you has your own tailored list of hurdles. Yet they are toppled and you remained, proving that persistence determines trajectory. However, I don't want anyone to leave under the impression that this was achieved single-handedly. Too often, we promote picking ourselves up by the bootstraps, when the truth is that today's accomplishments are a combined effort of our commitment to excellence and the foundation of our upbringing. Take inventory of those in attendance today. It's made up of those who raised you, motivated you, supported you, sent you care packages, or simply called to check on you. You know, the ones you didn't hesitate to call about switching your major. Or perhaps they're not here due to bad timing or more extreme circumstances. Even in their absence, their presence is felt in our habits, discipline, ethics, and every choice leading up to today. After all, where would I be without my father's uncompromising work ethic, my mother's acute wisdom, my brother's uplifting encouragement, or my little sister, who I try to set an example for. By extension, our success is their success. By having pride in our individual triumphs and humbly appreciating our influences, the question, "We're really here?" turns into the declaration, "This is exactly where we should be." It is this mindset that leaves me with a smile I've never shown before. A smile loaded with accomplishment, gratitude, and even a little relief.
Yeah.
As for the future, know that this event is purposely called a commencement because everything before today was preparation for an unparalleled challenge, life. Although you will soon carry new burdens, your shoulders have only gotten wider, stronger, with your family's support still intact. Charles Bukowski once said, "We are here to laugh at the odds and live our lives so well that death will tremble to take us." I'm not suggesting that we laugh at the coming challenges because they are trivial, but because together we are greater than them. Lastly, in light of today's reflection, I'd like to end this speech a little differently. Instead of a general round of applause, I want to ask the soon-to-be graduates for a favor. I'd like to take advantage of this seating arrangement in which we face some of the most important people in our lives: moms, dads, siblings, grandparents, extended family, significant others, and our closest friends. I ask that you find them, make eye contact, and if they are missing today, simply close your eyes and think of them. For most of you, it's what you've been doing since sitting down.
I'm watching you.
Now that they are in your sights, I want you to make your gratitude roar across this field and echo through this campus.
Yeah!
Join me in giving them a standing ovation.
All right. Yeah, man. Good job. I'm liking it.
Thank you.
All right. Great job.